Nico, FYI, you don't have it live on YouTube or Twitch.
I just clicked. I'm checking whether it's coming up. Should take a couple of seconds, maybe.
Yep, I see it.
Yep, there we go.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Oh, my shit refreshed here, yeah, right? Oh, I gotta hide this shit.
Okay. All right. Let's get started here with our plan here. I think Ranchero's here in the house as well.
I am here.
What is going on, everybody? Jesus, Ranchero, how you guys doing? Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody
morning.
doing?
All right. Let's get right into it here. Yesterday, I started over trading like an absolute shithead, and basically took a loss of about 50, I want to say. So like this month, after recouping about 150, I lost about recouping about 125. I lost about 50 yesterday, and it was all because I shot long up here at 438, thinking we were going to continue. And of course, we just buried it all back and then some. So it wasn't the shot that I took that was the problem. It was the getting too married to the idea and not being able to pull it off. That really was the issue. And had I held the whole position until the close and then covered it, yeah, maybe I'd be better off. But again, that's an unrealistic expectation. The better expectation is either avoid or pull it off here and take the smaller loss. So that's the problem I'm still kind of struggling with, because again, essentially I'm looking for the breakouts of these ranges versus playing the fucking ranges, which I'm going to adapt to today. So back to the drawing board here today. Let's take a look at some names here. The banks here. Goldman Sachs reported yesterday here. Morgan Stanley reported, and it didn't look too hot. Similar to what Goldman Sachs said yesterday about deal making and all that kind of shit. So one of the better ideas I have today is the short the Goldman here if it gets under 307 and holds. We got news out of Shopify. I have no idea what the fuck it was, but the stock is up a little bit here this morning. It looks like it's already trading back here though. And then some of the other big news here is obviously the news in oil. I mean, you guys saw what happened in that area. I don't even know the Gaza Strip, Israel here, where a hospital here was bombed and fucking 500 people died. Wow.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Wow. Absolutely wild. So oil here kind of rallied here off the open and pulled back here already, but oil is definitely something to pay attention to. If you take a look at gold here, gold is moving pretty aggressively, and it's got some strength here. So gold and oil are something to watch here today. Obviously, we have the Tesla earnings and the Netflix earnings tonight. So those are going to be names that we obviously are going to watch coming into tomorrow. And beyond that, let me kick it off here to Wall Street Jesus for some noteworthy activity, man. Take it away, Jesus.
Yeah, interesting you talk about this range, because what I find interesting is that more and more people are becoming aware of it this week, and a lot has gone into why we are in the range. Big OPEX week, a lot of option stuff involved. Positioning is playing a big factor. But what's going to be really interesting towards the end of this week, I think what's today? We're Wednesday, right? We got VIX, OPEX, and then you got Friday expiration. This range more than likely will loosen up. Not to say there's some major move pending. That's what everybody automatically fast forwards to, jumps to. But I think we have the capability of loosening up a bit more here. And that could, I think, honestly, that will lead to possibly a better overall entry in things. In other words, if you do get the breakout to the upside, you may get a couple of days of upside. And I think that's where bears will be licking their chops. On the downside, if you break this range to the downside, I think there's a decent amount of buyers ready to fire down there. So we still got a few days left of the week. We'll see how that pans out. But always, if you look at a chart of the S&P 500, you don't need to be a technician. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Look, hold on a second. Let me pull up the daily on the ES. Right, so you have pretty much we've gone nowhere over the past week. A lot of noise, a lot of excitement, bombs going off all over the place, and we basically have gone sideways. That has going to tighten up a bit as we get closer to the end of the week, and we'll see how that loosens up. But what's interesting is you have a tightening phase going into earnings, right, with Netflix and Tesla at the bell here. You got a big day today. A lot of different things going on. Here's the calendar. You got a bond auction, a lot of eyeballs on that, 11:30 and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You got Fed speak all over the place. All right, so that's always something to pay attention to. And then at the bell, you got Netflix and Tesla, which could obviously pose as a nice catalyst for the NASDAQ in either direction. The moral of the story here is we can't get too comfortable with this range because I think, in my opinion, we're getting towards the end of that range-bound cycle we've been in this week.
I agree. I felt that yesterday. Somebody was talking about the NVIDIA. Remember, the news came out about NVIDIA yesterday about the about some restrictions here in China. The CEO came out and said it's not really that big of a deal. We were talking about it here in the office, and we, you know, this is obviously the weaker one, and it's amazing how quickly. And notice, like, the activity yesterday was all pre-market and immediately out the open. And now look at what's happening today. I mean, this shit's already down, what, 20 points here? Fucking from the close yesterday on this thing? No, it's down 11 points here. You know, so this thing is trading like crazy. I think I'm going to watch this thing only today because it's got a nice range. It's going to be up and down fucking 10 points, clips, 5-point clips, you know, and maybe I can catch some juice here. Lee Hutchins saying, did you see something in the tape that told you the market was going higher, or were you overtaken by intuition that made you take that long trade? Again, overtaken by an emotion, really. And then once I put the whole trade on, I'm too late. I was too late to, you know, to react and pull it off. And at that point, I was like, okay, you know, let me wait for a dip on this. And that dip came 4 points later on SPY. And so once I get the idea, and then I'm smitten with the idea, you could call it.
Smitten.
Right? It's like falling in love, you know, you're just
Smitten
blinded kind of thing. Then you're putting in so much. You're putting in a lot more size. So that's something that I just do, and that's one of my best qualities and worst qualities. You know, so controlling that is my next fucking hurdle here, more or less.
And you know, this is a topic for another conversation because it would be a lengthy one. And something I don't know if I ever heard you probably spoke about it, but I don't think I've ever spoke about it live with you. Mm-hmm. Trading live in front of people. What kind of a factor does that play?
It doesn't, I think it holds me more accountable. So I'd like to say I do less dumb shit, but I don't think that's true. I don't think it affects me because I've been doing it for so long that at the end of the day, I'm able to kind of block it out. But at the same time, it does something. I'm not going to say it doesn't do anything.
Well, I'll give you an example why I think it would play a factor with most people, including myself. You have let's say a live show, right? You have the first hour of the day, and you obviously want people to see action. Everybody wants to see action. Nobody wants to watch paint dry. And if there is no action, most people will be more eager to overtrade or force a trade just for entertainment purposes, I guess.
Yeah. To your point, I didn't make that trade until the afternoon. You know
I'm not talking about yesterday. I'm just talking about in general, not yesterday. We weren't even live yesterday in the afternoon when that went on.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like both Ranchero and I, you've seen us. We can kind of just sit around and wait until there's something. And obviously, if it's a active day, we're being active. So I think we're able to control that pretty well. But to your point, yeah, it has an effect, man. It's somewhere there in the mind, somewhere. You might
Yeah.
not be able to explain it. You might not be able to put your finger on it, but it's fucking there somewhere. Ranchero, what do you think, man?
I ignore all of you fucking guys.
Boy.
That's a
That's what I'm
smart
talking
answer.
about, baby. That's what I'm talking
I mean,
about.
trading live and like, oh, you do something. I'm like, just please be quiet and let me
Right.
do what I need to do. Right. So,
Do what I need to do.
the same thing is like one of the reasons, especially like with the small account, is I'm like, hey, listen, this is what I want to do, and this is where I want to get it, by a certain date. But I don't trade with that pressure or in front of the audience to try and get that. Like if I don't get what I'm striving to to get by a certain time, it doesn't bother me. Like I don't care what anybody out there thinks or says. The shit is difficult to do, and we do a really good job at it. So I just have that mindset. And if somebody's asking me questions and it's in the middle of a hot trade, or I've got something going on, I'm just gonna put it on the back burner until there's a better time to do it. But I'm not feeling the pressure, nor am I jumping into somebody who wants to troll me and buying in when I'm in the middle of a trade. That's why you see me get salty when I see somebody running their mouth, and I'm like, you're being stupid, shut up. That's
Yeah.
right. I got shit to focus on, shut up. So that's how I approach it.
Yeah, and just because there are a lot of factors people don't talk about. I think one of the biggest factors amongst newer traders or traders basically who are trying to trade for an income in a
That
sense,
one
right?
is the lift. That one puts it back.
Huh? Hello? You're right?
Yeah. My guy next to me is having an aneurysm here on this fucking chair. That one is back. Yeah. There. Anyways, back to the lecture at hand. Famous Snoop Dogg line. 3 minutes to the open. We can see SPY here already kind of working its way back down to pre-market lows. But again, don't be tempted by the temptress. Yields and treasuries, definitely something to watch here this morning. They look weak, just like yesterday. I don't think they have that same panic effect on the market. We got tons of earnings that are coming out. So there's a lot of fucking shit going on, right? You got this war, you got these yields, you got fucking oil and gold, you got fucking
You got
earnings.
rates flying.
You got earnings season here. We're in the middle of the shit, man. So if you guys, and then I'm sitting there yesterday analyzing my dumbass overtrading, and it's like, how could I possibly believe that it was going to be a serious breakout at 438 yesterday, despite the fact that the price of it and the level of it was what got me so amped up.
Because Silver's told you, and he told you the levels.
Well, I don't even. Silvers wasn't even in this. Silvers was fading the whole time. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with him. It had everything to do with that price level for me. It was like, oh my God, we're here. I told myself I was going to go long, and then that was it. But in the environment that we are, how could I have possibly believed that we were going to go straight to 440 and 443 and all that kind of stuff? You know what I mean? So
I mean, it was a filthy move, and we threw on. I mean, those you had gap filled. The upper end of where I traded yesterday was like just shy of where those expected moves were.
But you just trying to make me feel better, man. You just trying to make me feel better, and I appreciate it, bro. But it ain't necessary.
Listen, I get suckered by those guys going for like the bigger move as well. I'm like, oh, these guys might see something, and I don't mind jumping on. But if I don't have the profits in the pocket to do it, it's a difficult trade. I was there with you though. I was like, shit, I want to see these guys push it higher.
Yeah. Let's see. Lucci, I have a stupid opinion here. 2 days ago, I lost 50K trying to short that rally and build into it. I think trading the range might help shorten the tops and bouncing the bottom. I mean, yeah, you're saying the same thing I have. Dimitri, good morning. How's everybody doing? We got 1 minute here till the open. I'm going to focus mostly on NVIDIA. As you can see, this fucking thing traded. Yo, Ben, you see this thing? 425 here. Back to the lows of yesterday, man. Monster sell. Let's watch this thing off the open. I'll be watching a video here, and that's about it. Market's open here, guys. Let's get to work.
That is some serious fuckery on NVIDIA.
Yeah, straight up. It's also I will be taking a look at banks here too. But
I guess they're going to run this thing right back up.
Definitely going to chill here off the open. Let these things kind of calm down and give me some levels here. Watching the MS and the Goldman Sachs too out of the corner of my eye on my watch list here, just to make sure here on GS. GS is already trading down, by the way, to 306. And again, we were talking about a break of 305 on that GS. Let me know, Chris, if you shoot on that one. We got Ask Chrissy Trades. It's also a active member of the room, and
Oh, is he in there now?
yep, he's right next to me.
That's awesome.
Man, he's right next to me.
Slap him for me.
Goldman Sachs 306.25 here. Remember, the options are illiquid. There's a 10,000 share bid sitting on the 306 here, so keep an eye on that one.
Hey, keep an eye on Boeing sitting right here on the 8 EMA. So if they push it, target 21 EMA 193, but right here they can pull the rug. So just keep an eye out for that.
Nice. That thing's been moving. It's been moving actually now.
S&P down 20,
Yeah.
the Nasdaq Composite down 95, Russell 2000 down 0.8% after being the leader yesterday. Small caps down 0.8%. Crude futures holding out of gains at just shy of 2% at 87.03.
Keep an eye on VIX here.
Shopify 55. So back up to 55 on that Shopify. Nice call out.
Proceeding to the next phase of the digital.
Yo, Ronchero, nice call out on the BA. Guys, check this out. 189. Remember, you got a gap here. This could get a nice run. It's tough to actually go for follow through on this. 190 calls are going for $1.90, which is $1.90 too much if you ask me.
I agree. This is a spot where it can fade. You can fade it or see if they're going to push it higher. Where are we at on SPY?
Two-year investigation phase or the design of distribution.
Yeah.
Euro preparation phase will lay foundation.
Interesting on the Goldman.
Euro which will work to include finalizing the rule book and selecting providers to develop a plan.
SPY lower side, I'm looking for 433 if they can't find any kind of a pop, and then you've got a gap to fill right now of 435.75, and the expected upper end of this move is like right around 439. So there's a whole, it's just freaking, you can't jump into this thing right off of the open. It just hammers you.
You got some early pre-earnings buying in Taiwan semi-TSM. A little weekly.
The invasion trade. Here's your
Video
Boeing.
429. Boeing 189.5 here, and then the GS is at 305.25. Stuff's moving pretty fast though. Difficult to fuck with the options here off the open and fast moving tape. I'm looking at this GS option, but what am I gonna do? I'm gonna fucking chase this thing and start buying this thing here? No.
Yeah, just wait it out.
Wait it out.
It'll
Remember,
give you.
the gap for the pre-market is about 2 points here, so that brings you back to 436. That's always possible, and they've been doing it every day, no matter how wide it is.
Yep.
So whatever you think,
Yeah, you're
Twilio weeklies.
so whatever you think is not possible, it's actually very fucking possible.
It's Kevin Garnett possible.
Anything's possible. Shop 56. Nice call out, guys. Damn. And you catch this? Neither did I.
Look at this NVIDIA. Jiminy Christmas. The gap fill is all the way back up at 439.11.
431 NVIDIA. Nice. I'm over here trying to wait and get a read on it. This thing is just bouncing without me. Okay. Goldman through 305. Option. Remember that USB yesterday? Remember I had news on it? Jesus, do you remember that thing? What
USB, I think they have earnings, don't they?
Nah, it was some other news. It was some fucking regular.
Tesla just filled the gap.
Holy shit. Yeah. Goldman Sachs, I think it's better to play the stock.
Yeah, then the options. You gotta get the options right. Otherwise, they're gonna hammer you.
Because this thing could go to 300. I'm gonna short 500 shares. Next time I get a pop, I'm gonna add another 500. All right. Let's be patient on this NVIDIA. I'm gonna just pull up this NVIDIA tape. Just watch this one thing and see if I can get a read on it. Spy here flopped the rally.
The flop.
There's your bounce GS. Let's see if I can get like 306.
Anything you do today, you got to have memory of a goldfish, because tomorrow the whole freaking slate has
100%.
good probability of just being completely wiped out. Going fade.
Where's that snap? I totally forgot about that snap. Remember, I was messing with that snap. Emens is calling out NQF opening range breakout of the upside.
Who?
Emens, Stan Emens on.
No, what stock?
NQ.
What
He's
the
talking
fuck is
about NQ.
NQF?
Oh,
NQ is
No, but underscore F. What is F? Is it the financials?
it's just Nasdaq futures.
that's
But I mean, I'm used to NQ, not NQ underscore F. Is that the
NQF,
expiration
you will get
contract month?
fucked as soon as you play it. That's what it means.
I have no idea.
Jesus, nice, good pull early. I like it.
NQ futures.
NQ
What do you think?
futures, got you. All right. See, I don't play with those, so I'll just shut the fuck up.
They're on the Z contract.
By the way, I gave the Phillies
Okay.
yesterday easy 10-0 winner. You want more? Send me a check for 10 grand. You'll get my picks for the next 6 months.
Oh shit.
Hey, you can't start pumping your freaking side book service. What are
My
you
ball
doing?
games.
Nobody wants to talk about your ball games.
Ford, when do they report? The 26th. Seeing some protection in F.
I'm gonna short another 500 shares of the Goldman Sachs. So I got 1,000 shares here so far. Treasuries here are starting to catch a small bid. Guys, if you take a look at Bank of America, it is green. Remember, this was one of the stronger financials yesterday. Bank of America, for whatever reason, is green.
VIX at highs of the morning here. So VIX and credit not looking too hot. We want to see that improve for market balance. But you might see certain names march to the beat of their own drum today. Actually, we're in earnings season for the next few weeks. You may see that.
Airlines are getting smacked around, aren't they? And I'm
Well,
wondering if this
UAL
Boeing isn't trading in sympathy.
Somebody reported, I think, yesterday, right?
UAL.
UAL.
UAL. Take a look at this chart, by the way. It looks ugly.
Yeah,
Those things.
it's disgusting.
It looks ugly. Pop on this NVIDIA. The Goldman Sachs puts are working out. They actually are working out. I just shorted the shares. I'm not.
What about fucking gold, man? What about gold? We're just gonna watch it go and rip to the heavens, huh?
Aníbal, ¿tú tienes posición en
Ahí
gold?
va gold. Jesus Christ.
Jay, you keep talking about the miners. Why don't you just grab some GDXJ and shut the
You know
fuck
what
up?
it is? I missed this move, and now look at it. Now look what I got to chase. So I'm thinking maybe there's a little shakeout in the works. Now
If I
it's
had a
an
penny for every
upside
time
down.
I heard you say that, I'd have another fucking house in Hawaii.
Well, you know, every time you hear me say that, you just load the boat yourself. Don't even tell me. And then load the boat. All right? That's the smart move. That's the smart move.
Look at Lockheed.
Are they running again these defense names? They look good,
Well,
right?
not all of them are. Boeing is hitting its head. Lockheed is
Yeah,
going.
Boeing's in a
How's
class
General
of its own,
Dynamics
though,
looking?
right?
General
Boeing's on an
Dynamics is
island.
looking okay.
Saying the two leading
Exactly.
Nice sell here. They faded Boeing here pretty well.
Boeing's
Yep,
on Death
right at
Island.
the
More
spot.
by itself.
Fading Boeing already here. Happy I didn't buy it.
All right. Spy's coming into it's getting closer to its lower end here. So I'm looking for 432.95 ish, like right at that spot.
meeting in Jeddah to discuss Israel and Gaza.
That's where I have an interest. I'm gonna get some VWAP marked. Bang. So lower end right now, like if I want to short this thing, I can. I'll be looking for 433-ish, and then I got to get out of the way at 434.15 if they don't want to take it there. But right now, it looks like they want to take it to at least that area. And then I'd be looking for get the hell out of the way, take profits.
Now you got a little buying coming into VIX futures, a little more there.
More VIX futures. Any spies and Qs hitting yet?
No, not really much ETF. There was a little nibbling off the open, a few names, but really not much going on. Calls or puts. Ford, some
Okay.
put buying.
Yo,
ETFs.
Bank of America's at highs from yesterday. How?
Why?
Dude,
How?
Why?
trading.
Oh man, trading. Yeah, fuck it. It is what it is. Literally highs from yesterday, yo.
That's the only bank?
The only one that's moving like this.
That doesn't make sense, does it?
The 50-day is at 28.26. It's not that far from where we're at. But look left on the daily chart. You're right in the spot where it could bump its head, or they give it a push, right? So this is where tape reading comes into your skills category. You've got a target. You got to keep an eye on tape to see if you've got legs to get that target.
I mean, gold is continuing higher. If you take a look at the oil here, starting to move up. You got some of the oil names here moving up. The XOM here is at trading 113, looking really good. I think I'm just going to take over for these fucking.
That was such a filthy move on Exxon. I mean, look at the gaps, just ridiculous. This thing drove me crazy 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. No, I was there trading with you. It's fucking.
I had it right, and I got shaken out.
You were
This
slinging
piece of shit
size back
doing.
and forth on that thing. You did. I was doing exactly what you were doing yesterday.
Yep.
I was doing exactly what you were doing yesterday. Just fucking taking size, trying to make back a loss that wasn't there.
And you got another little sell program off of VIX buying.
Okay, sell program off of VIX buying. If you notice, buy is at fresh lows.
Here we go. Yep.
If we take a look back at our NVIDIA faded the whole thing. I'm jumping around too much, Matt. Just focus, motherfucker, focus. Nice fade on the NVIDIA here, almost back to lows.
You got a little put action there. Was it weeklies? I think came across.
What did I call it for 433s?
Guess November puts. GES retail. Is Guess still around? You wear Guess, Luch?
I don't know. No.
I haven't seen any Guess gear in ages. Are they into like pocketbooks and shit now?
I mean, ask your daughter, man. Does your daughter have that shit?
No, she's not. You know, these teenagers.
I got a little 10 lot of SPY 433 puts to see if I can test this low, if they break this. If not, I'm going to flip it.
Figgy.
Yep.
NVIDIA bears, where did they come in?
A little bit ago, I think.
I-
Is that the one you're talking about, October?
Yeah,
Yeah.
375K-ish.
Questions during this meeting with Netanyahu.
And here it goes at lows.
What do you got, silvers? Where do you got silvers? SPX at 8 EMA on daily, Ronchero. Yeah, and silvers, what I'm looking at is the SPY expected move. So I know you like the SPX, and that probably is a good spot for it to check up. I want to see if it just gets this little flush out. If it gets the flush out, then I'll look for bounce, or I can look for bounce right here too.
That was a nice scalp on that NVIDIA here down here. Still looks super weak. Super weak. SPY is having a little problem here selling off though.
Yeah, you got, excuse me, you still have CTA short, and that will cover into weakness. So at the least, they're going to be these intraday snapback squeezes, at the least. For the larger move, you want to see a breather and, VIX roll over a bit. That'll probably be the catalyst to get them to cover aggressively.
Dimitri here shorted the Lulu here at 417. It got back to 417. Wow. They're not selling this thing yet. This one's like Snapchat, bro. This name and Snapchat, they haven't even touched it. They haven't even touched it. Guys, let's take a walk through the club here. Just what I was talking about on that Snap and Lulu. These are three names here that just are not affected by the market at all. Let's take a look at shop here, faded off the morning highs. And then we take a look at that Goldman Sachs. It's not really doing anything, bottoming out here. If you guys want to take a look at this Bank of America at highs still, which is very impressive.
Okay, so on this little pop, I'm considering adding to these SPY puts.
Also, which line do you have on the SPY puts?
433 should be up on the PNL.
Yeah, if my producer here would get his fucking shit together. I think it's Nico today. Guys, do me a favor.
Okay.
Tell our producer that he's fucking slacking ass right now. So this is one share on screen here. He's got some puts here.
Who the hell's texting me at 9:45? Who the fuck is this? Paging me at 5:46 in the morning, crack of dawning. Like the coal at my eye. See who's this? Page me and why?
Jay's a poet.
That was
He's got a poet's locked
was-
inside.
That was the notorious B.I.G. NVIDIA puts here. You're getting a dip. You're getting a dip on this, right? So I'm kind of thinking about possibly buying these 420 puts on this rally here, but I'm also kind of mad about it. I'm kind of mad about it.
I just added another 10 to these puts. So I've got 20 right now. Average on them. I don't know what the fuck the average is on these.
Some more Nikola death puts. Nikola.
Yeah.
Death puts on.
Is that a buck? Is that a buck?
Average is $1.05 on these now. On these puts. We'll see.
Yeah. The dollar room, right?
Gold futures just come up a new session high of close to 2% in 1972.50. The Dow down 112 points at 43.50. The S&P down 25 handles.
That dip buy on the NVIDIA wasn't bad. $4 here gets you about 430.
It's gold. See, I'm not even a gold bug, but the gold miners are overdue for one of those. You know, the hype that gets behind the crypto, the AI.
Yeah.
Sometimes the terrorism stocks when there's a terrorist attack. Like the gold miners are overdue for something like that.
So what are we talking about? NUGT? Like what?
Yeah, well, honestly, that's probably the safe route. You buy some of that and you get some consecutive day upside. There's one GDXU. Those are the ETFs. Otherwise, you roll the dice. on some names.
GLD. Just go GLD. Why do you even screw around with the other
That's
ones? Just
gold.
go
That's not the
GLD.
miners. The miners are the ones that, could get crazy.
Nice fade here going on that NVIDIA. I mean, it worked a
I
little
think
bit.
you're crazy.
Worked a little bit. Google is actually up.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's
Google's
been,
actually
that's
green.
been acting well. How about Amazon? That's down today? No, Amazon they're going to buy probably any minute now. What earnings coming.
Amazon, they're kind of chilling. Goldman Sachs is at lows of the day. Remember, I got 1,500 shares short, so I'm actually making money on this.
So
Surprisingly,
gold is going south, and Bank of America is going the other direction.
Bank of America is going the other direction. So now you have decorrelation inside the sector in and of itself, which makes things even more fucking confusing.
JP Morgan doesn't look good right now either.
That's pair trading, Luch, what we were talking about the other day. Pair trading.
Yep. That shit's actually
Yeah.
working right now. Pairs trading.
Duh
All right.
pairs.
You got some spy push to lows here. I see you got your 20 lot going.
Yeah, I want to. Like I said, I'm looking for that lower end. And I don't think it's going to happen quickly, but I think that's where I think we're going.
Pulling back up on this NVIDIA here, you can see the 480 bid. So that was a nice buy. That was a nice dip buy there on the fucking NVIDIA here. I didn't take it. Fresh lows on NVIDIA. Shit. That was the trade. I missed it. I'm not going to chase it here. Yo, Ben, did you short that rally back up to 427? Damn.
Damn, son.
If we were on the beach tennis court,
Playing pickleball.
you would have to yell at me to get me to take that position. I need you to yell at me, Ben. I need you
NVIDIA,
to
more
yell at
weekly put. Oh no, October 27th puts. NVIDIA.
1 week out.
400 puts they're buying for a week out.
CRK, some repeat buying. That's an energy name. Actually, has been seeing some decent action in CRK. Energy name.
CRK, yeah, it has. Yeah, it has. Yeah, it has CNQ, like a couple of these names. Yeah, for real. PXD is still going higher, Jesus. Despite the buyout. XOM.
XOM.
XOM. XOM. Here's another rally here that you could short into on the NVIDIA, maybe. Again, SPY is still weak, so you got that going for you. Poor airlines, man. But you know what? Not fucking poor airlines. Fuck these airlines.
There's your daily Amazon deep in the money December buyer for earnings. He's around every day.
Oh, see, that guy talks dirty to me.
You like that guy?
Well, I mean, we're kind of we don't have the same position, but
you got the
Meta's,
same
yeah,
Meta's another one too, guys.
I'm long the Amazon.
You know, Meta's another one too. At some point, you're going to see this thing blow through 330 and go to fucking 340. At some point. At some point. Okay. Alban is talking about MCD, so money coming back there. Dollar General got an upgrade today. Dollar General got a big upgrade.
Of course they did.
That's had a nice rally.
Yeah.
Everybody wants a cruise missile.
Cruise missile. 1020.
Adam, I hope so, man. So they're about to buy, or they want to buy Spirit. I hope they both go fucking straight to hell. Let's pull up Bank of America. You guys see Bank of America, how strong it is. Jesus.
Lord, help me, Jesus Christ.
NVIDIA here. Again, just still kind of drifting. Tape is just weak, so if you're short, I think you just hold it. If you're not, maybe wait for
VIX
some
new highs of the morning. Credit spreads at the worst levels of the morning. Yields are off their highs, though.
All right, pop here on the NVIDIA. The options went back to about $4.40. If you notice, like this is the option that we're looking at here, guys. The cost is about $4.30. We're watching it just kind of chop people around. So I haven't launched a position yet in this, but FAZ is it really?
What is FAZ?
FAZ
is that-
short banks.
Is that short banks one? Yeah. It can't. Yeah, it's not trading the best. I'm still holding Goldman Sachs short. Dimitri here.
Google little
Nice
nibbling
short.
weeklies.
Nice short. So Dimitri faded the Lulu here. If you take a look at the Lulu, popped off the open and then just kind of faded off. So it's looking
Is
pretty nice.
Dimitri, are you trading shares of Lulu or are you trading options?
But in with those defense stocks, GD and all that kind of stuff, they're actually trading not. They're actually trading weak here. Okay, nice pop on SPY. That's gonna give you cheaper prices on that Nvidia put there. Ron, she shorted the shares from 417, 413.
Where's Tesla?
Oh, nice. That's a good trade. Very good trade, indeed.
Nah, it's messy over there in Tesla.
It's messy everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at Microsoft. Look at the Microsoft though. Somebody just called this out. It's pretty strong. It's messy, as these guys, the boys said. It's fucking messy.
Lionel Messi.
Messy. XOM, fresh highs. Fresh highs there, XOM. If you take a look at the NVIDIA, now that we flopped that program up, it's still kind of holding. Kind of tempted to take this thing long.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do it
not
though.
really doing a whole lot.
Ooh-wee. Somebody, you got a buyer here on that Nvidia. Some lotto ticket here, 435 on that Nvidia. I kind of like it, to be honest, man. I kind of like it, guys. I'm gonna buy 500 shares of the Nvidia. I think you got some people stuck short here. Maybe you get some push. It's possible though. No.
Well, you had that yesterday, and you got more than a push, right?
No, that was nasty yesterday.
Nasty.
Miss Jackson, nasty.
Tesla, some March puts for earnings. What do they got? The 260 puts. Those are in the money, I think. Yep. March 260 puts, earnings protection.
I think a good amount of people are trapped here on the Nvidia short, but again, it might not convert to what I'm looking for. If you look at SPY here, just kind of trying to get things going. Let's see what we got for SPY calls. All right, let's see if we were to buy the SPY calls, 434s. What would they be? 134.
What's the VIX? 1869. So this VIX just hanging around. Almost looks like kind of what SPY's been doing over the last week. A little more volatile.
Just hanging around.
Yeah, we're still working on it, man. Remember, this is all stuff that Jesus has to do with calling fucking brokers, and nobody likes to call brokers.
Oh, the account? No, I think I have a resolution for till I get that done anyway. Hopefully by tomorrow. I have I'm going to put up an IRA I could use for now. That's at Schwab, which I guess is TOS. The IRAs are there, so that's a start. I'm waiting on an individual account to show up. Again, I can access it through mobile, but I can't access it through desktop. The IRAs I can access through Schwab desktop. So I'm going to put that up. I got some money to trade there, around 120, so I'll use that till I find a resolution with the other shit. Maybe a couple of days a week when I find the time to call them up. I keep procrastinating.
Yeah. Still holding the 500 shares long Bank of America. If you notice, I've traded all shares today. I haven't traded a single fucking option. Ain't that some shit?
You're trading, the equity, you saying?
Yeah, I'm trading all equity today. Goldman Sachs and Nvidia. All fucking equity. Ain't that some shit? All right, I'm gonna buy another 500 shares. I got 1,000 of the Nvidia. I'm gonna buy 25 lot SPY. I wouldn't follow me on the SPY though, because that doesn't look good. Yeah, I'm gonna cover that. Cover that.
New York
Cover
Fed
that.
saying that restarted student loan payments are unlikely to cause a large rise in delinquencies.
It's fucking trash here, yo.
IQV, is this the software ETF?
Straight
No, that's a
trash.
stock. That looks like shit.
New York Fed saying that borrowers will face challenges from loan repayment presumption.
Goldman back at lows, guys, 304.
It can't break. Let me know when that fucking thing breaks.
Oh man, my keys are fucked up.
Still fucked up, eh?
New York Fed paper saying as consumers remain in a strong financial position overall.
All right, I'm gonna cover 500. I covered 500 of the Nvidia short. I'm gonna cover the rest of it. Cover the
We
rest
got
of it.
VIX new highs in the morning. Again, credit looks like ass.
Okay, program lows on SPY. Very nice.
Yeehaw!
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see
All
if
right,
it's for real.
yeah, exactly.
Let's see if it's for real and there's some follow through. If not, fucking buy that shit right back. Matt's talking about the Momo
very
scanner.
easily could do it.
Jesus, call it out on the Momo scanner. That's one of your names, right? GOLD. Isn't that a miner?
That's a gold miner here, gold
That's a
miner.
gold miner right there. So that falls.
There you
super
go, Jay.
Your fucking thesis, bro.
You guys trying to gas me up.
Get in there.
40.
There you go. All right, guys. So we had gold on the scanner. And the reason why it popped up on the scanner is because we had consecutively, we had a couple sweeps, and they've been sweeping the November first week, the next week on the 17 and a halves. Small size. So it's very small size. But again, gold doesn't trade, GOLD doesn't trade fucking super aggressively like that anyway. So take that, and see what's up. But Jesus would probably trade it with equity, I would imagine.
I'm not trading this in particular, but I always trade with equity when I do.
Right.
When I do, I always. What commercial's that?
Yo, I remember what you said. It came to my mind.
Yeah.
But
Most
when I
interesting man in
do,
the world.
I drink Dos Equis.
Oh, Dos Equis. That's it. Yep. So you still got conditions here. Financial conditions still at the worst levels of the morning. No improvement yet. And market hanging in there, though, all considering. Should be
It is.
worsening here as we speak, but it's not.
Let's keep an eye on the
Because
gold on the Momo scanner. The reference price there was about 16. Looks like 1660, if I'm not mistaken.
Let me see. 1666. Oh, a lot of sixes for you Satan worshippers out there. You know, we know we got quite a few in the audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the only reason I'm not too excited about this GOLD, it's not a big mover to begin with, and it's up like 2 straight weeks. So that's the only reason. But definitely my cup of tea. Who the fuck is this? Okay.
If we get back over 434 SPY, I'll try a long. But so far this is whipsaw action, and you can get caught in this fucking.
Yeah.
You can get.
Yep. Very
you
much
can-
so.
You can get diced up here. Roncher,
Card kiss.
I'm going to kick this question over to you. They want to know how
Yeah.
do you explain the carry cost of a short? How do you estimate that cost? And my answer
What do
is
you mean the carry cost?
exactly. It varies here depending if we're talking about options, if are we talking about futures, are we talking about what are we talking about here? Are we talking about a fucking small cap short that you have to pay for fucking borrows and shit? You gonna pay for that? What are we talking about here?
Dude, you know what the cost of carry is to me is what's the fucking tax on and my monthly
Right.
outlay on my on a fucking house. Like, what do you mean cost of carry?
Yeah. So if straight equity, I mean, if you're short, if you're short straight equity, like let's say I'm short straight equity on fucking Nvidia here, yeah, you're paying a borrow fee, but it's fucking negligible, bro.
Exactly.
fucking
Like what?
Negligible, bro.
Why do you?
It's not even something that you have to care about. Nvidia here kind of pushing back towards the lows here. Remember, estamos viéndolo, pero ahora mismo están en un rango bien tight. Yeah, the kids are already short though.
SPY program up.
All right, I'm gonna buy 100 SPY and then go for the highs here. See if we get a breakout. Even though breakouts are not fucking working at all.
Isaac ROS robotics framework has entered general.
But I think this
availability
will trigger a bunch of other buying. There we go. All right, I'm gonna sell a bit. I'm just gonna scalp.
Looks like an NVIDIA AI headline there.
NVIDIA AI
Do I
headline,
need
huh?
to get on the other side of this quickly, huh?
All right, I'm gonna try a market buy
Yeah, 'cause
on. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go.
Here we go, yo.
I
Here we go, yo.
All right, covering some SPY here. Actually, I'm covering it all. So I got 100 lot on that. So that was a decent trade.
Mark here from Israel on the terrorist attacks.
You got Biden yapping.
Biden yapping.
Yeppin',
Oh, fade it then. Fade that motherfucker.
right?
Fade that motherfucker. BAC is at
can't push it any
$28. BAC at $28. I bought 500 shares again of that NVIDIA. But again, it's shit. It's shit right now. The range is shit. Let's keep an eye on that GOLD. It is above the reference price here, only by about a couple cents.
You got some cheap buying that I just posted in the small cap biotech ETF weeklies XBI.
XBI.
Mhm.
Let's take a look at that XBI. NVIDIA's got a weak tape, but it's just not selling.
The Hamas attack.
Volumen, bro. Volumen. Alguien que quiere comprar mucho o quiere vender mucho.
Some repeat buying in Apollo. They do have earnings still. 8PO financial play. You guys know Apollo. Has seen some Jan buying recently.
Let's take a quick peruse here at what Ron Chero's up to here. You still holding that that short there?
Yeah, I tried scalping that program up. I was too slow, so a little bit of a loss. But I'm looking to add to the puts again. So we'll see.
Okay, and if you notice, SPY here already fading back out that program up.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I could add more to Goldman Short, but this fucking looks terrible. Tape looks so bad. On the other note, from the Momo scanner on the GOLD, if you take a look at the Momo scanner, remember we had an alert go off for GOLD along to buy at about 1666. And remember, every trade is going to be different. GOLD is a minor here. It doesn't trade that much size.
I added 20 more to those puts.
Actually, it does trade size, man. It trades like 20 million a day. This fucking ETF, man. You could get
Not
some
an
size.
ETF, you nut. It's a miner. Barrick Gold, one of the biggest gold miners in the nation.
All right, so then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
What's
gonna
he
buy.
so excited about?
I'm gonna buy 1,000 shares of this GOLD.
There you go.
You fucking.
Goes up 15 cents. You make $150. You go play some pickleball.
There you go.
Pickle.
BQ. He was saying BAC puts looked interesting.
BAC puts down. Oh, off the strength.
By breaking VWAP.
Now
Yeah,
spying.
we need conditions to improve a little bit here before we can try to dip our beak on the long side. But it can happen quick. That's the risk. If it happens quick, you spit on it.
Spit on it. Drive it like you stole it.
4.4 million barrel crude drop.
Well, yesterday you had the initial squeeze. You really didn't have much confirmation from the stuff we look at, but then there was a little bit of a pause after the initial rip, and then credit and everything confirmed. So maybe, it might play out like that again today if we do get a bounce. And that's where I participated. I missed a whole early move. So if I have the right chart up, that was yesterday. You had that violent move, and then you see that consolidation there. That's when credit started to confirm the rally, and then the rest of the upside had some legitimacy. Can't catch every nook and cranny in this market. By the way, the big guy tomorrow, Powell.
J Powell, baby.
Q&A as well. So you got Hamas in Israel, you got Netflix, Tesla, you got yields flying all over the place, and the big guy.
The big dog.
Yeah, that GOLD is kind of meh so far. Back to reference price.
Let's see what a heat map looks like. Yeah, sloppy mess. But this is kind of what you expect monthly OPEX week like this. With earnings season, it's going to be messy. This Apollo looks interesting, but you have earnings in the middle of it, down $1.35. So Apollo, they're buying leaps again there too. Jan 2026. Apollo's a monster, no? I like that.
Hence the name.
Yeah, I like their main guy there, Stoke, whatever the hell he is. I get his research. He knows his shit.
So you got beige book at 2 Eastern. Is that right?
I think so, yeah. Today's Wednesday? I think so, yeah.
Jay, you remember back in the day we used to hang on the beige book? What a stupid
Yeah. I mean, now too, people still pay attention to it. But back in the day, you didn't have the transparency you have now. Things like that, like the beige book were huge.
Yeah.
Credit still looking awful there. So again, ES holding up quite well, all considering. Looks like yields have calmed down at the moment. Intel protection.
Confirming later this week, he'll be asking Congress for a support package for Israel.
Did you see the package they're asking Congress to okay 100? Was it 100? Another 100 billion? What was it for Israel? It might be more than that. I don't know. The money they're pissing this country. When does this country go broke? It's gotta happen, no?
Never.
Come on. Why? Because they can print their own currency. Every
Default on
empire,
all the treasuries.
every empire goes broke eventually. You got some more put buying in this Wayfair. We've seen put buying over the past week. Seems like every day. That's a W.
That used
Fresh
to be a
lows
good one.
on the NVIDIA. Fresh lows on the NVIDIA. If you take a look at this option now, it's about 5 1/4 here, almost at highs of the sesh here. I have a
Somewhere here
10 lot.
they're gonna take this and flush it along with the SPY, or they're just dicking around right now.
Yeah, they are. You got you pull it on both sides here. You got hedge funds already short. You got CTAs already short, so they're covering into weakness. That kind of creates that invisible bid. And you got internals looking like total ass right now.
Yeah, treasuries here are already kind of rolling down. That's kind of why. That's kind of why I'm holding this 1,000 shares long on the GOLD, because if we do continue to sell here, this GOLD continues to go higher. If you take a look at, let's take a little walk around the club here. Take a look at GLD. Let's take a look at MS.
Alex. That's usually the next step before you go broke.
Yo, Chris, that MS was a way better short. And MS was a fucking better short.
MS, I just saw some put action. MS.
Yeah, Morgan Stanley is just getting fucking crushed.
They reported today, I think, or this morning, if I'm not mistaken.
How am I going to talk about a walk around the club and this fucking Nico here? God damn it. Let's take a look at gold here. Just kind of fading out here. That's probably also why GOLD is having some issues. Oh, so the signal now is off the scanner. Okay, so how does that work? So why does it come off?
Oh no, it's over there on past signals. See?
Right, so now it comes off. Right, so now it's no longer a signal. Too much time passed. I see. So now the trade is off. All right, so let's book this for a loser. Lost about a couple bucks on that. SPY here.
A little CCL nibbling, Carnival Cruise Lines playing bounce.
CCL. Let's take a look at these airlines here. Still getting fucking destroyed. And then from there here, let's cycle through some of the fat man names here. Amazon, Google. Google, the stronger one, by the way. Google here, up 50 cents.
Good, I got trapped.
AMD, NVIDIA. AMD here has kind of got a bid here. NVIDIA, meanwhile, is the opposite. So I have a 10 lot still going on the NVIDIA.
AMD has a bid, NVIDIA going the other way.
NVIDIA going the other way. So you got a lot of trade situations going on here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Google looks fine.
Let's pull up the Shopify here. We got $55 here on the Shopify.
Right,
and then let's take a look at oil. Dead more or less.
Right, I'm bailing on this SPY. It's just fucking wearing me out, so I'm just gonna get out of the way.
Yeah. Dizzy is saying this shit's a mess. No trades for me today. Yeah, you're kind of really seeing that type of tape today.
Yeah, for sure.
Some MU 69 strike calls. The full flag on it here, right there.
SPY program up.
Yeah,
Yep.
VIX, a little weakness in VIX.
Big old program up.
Got out of the way just in time.
Take those and short them. Take those and short them. Take those and short them and then get out quick.
Yep, that's the move.
Get out quick. My 1,500 share short in Goldman Sachs is not fucking working. Thing popped up completely here. I got a 5 lot left on the 5 lot left on the NVIDIA here, which I'm holding. LV Louva saying, are the markets underestimating the impact of a larger conflict in the ME? Number one, how the fuck would we want know? Number two, how the fuck would you know?
If the market's going to price in a larger conflict, what is that? A nuclear world war? What are you going to do? You take the S&P 500 to 2,000, 1,500, 1,000?
It's a good question. Check out the strength.
Excellent
Check
question.
out the strength in these fat man names here. Apple is moving.
Yep.
Apple's
Getting
moving.
the rips.
You know?
Yep.
All
That
right.
one lone candle program down on SPY was so far that's been it.
Right. Now we might even just move to 436 here
Yeah.
without even stopping.
Yeah.
Now they're
So
going to punish.
you're at
Yeah.
yesterday's VWAP is right here. So watch out. Got gap fill up to 435.80.
Reading this up 2 billion in 2028 bonds, another 500 million krona in 2045 bonds.
Okay. We got crude news coming out at 10:30.
Reiterating support for a two-state solution in Israel and Palestine.
All right, guys. We got 10 minutes left. We're going to move over to the steam room here, but before we do, you guys know the deal. For anybody who's still on the fence, why the fuck are you on the fence? Sitting on a fence, number one, is pretty fucking uncomfortable in general. You know, you got those spikes digging into your ass and shit. It's not comfortable sitting on a fence. You know, I mean, unless the fence is like got a flat piece, you know.
We got the point.
Oh, you got it? You got it? All right. Jake is saying, hey, Lucci, are you guys still running that deal where you get half off the masterclass if we switch to Centerpoint? Yes, we do, Jake. Yes, we do. You should call my guy Matt and then talk to him directly.
Is that Jake from State Farm?
Are you Jake from State Farm? If you are Jake from State Farm,
Coco, this is the name from yesterday. I think they flipped them though yesterday.
if you are Jake from State Farm, you should be able to pop up anywhere. So you should be able to transport yourself. And you know what I'm saying? What is Matt?
Netflix, a bullish earnings bet November 370s in a sweep.
Okay, guys,
in
everybody
Netflix?
who's asking for the link to purchase the Steam Room, you see it right on your fucking screen. If you can't do that, I don't even want you in there. I really don't want you in there. If you can't, look at the screen and copy and paste that motherfucker into your shit. Like if you can't do that, I don't know. I don't know.
Come
what to
on.
do. All right. So let's start.
Gotta be able to tie your shoes.
And Richard Vargas is saying, does that deal include the TTP? Yes, absolutely. All that is included in our master course. Absolutely. So everybody who's interested in the Centerpoint half off master course deal, we Sang Lucci, whoever's responding here from my team here, can you please get on this? And don't be a fucking herb here. Tell them where they need to go. Tell them who they need to email, please. Karamis is saying Twitch doesn't show the link. Twitch doesn't show the link? What link? You guys got to get on it here. You guys got to get on it. Nico, you got to get on it, man.
Twitch is a bitch.
Damn. While all this, I'm missing my long on fucking NVIDIA. You bitches. You bitches. I'm going to buy 1,000 shares of NVIDIA. Nico, can you handle this? Are you going to handle this? Can you handle this?
I'm on it.
Oh,
Finally. All right.
It's got a little snappiness to it.
I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some SPY calls there too. Remember, I got 1,000 shares of NVIDIA. At this point, we'll just hang on to them, and then I think on SPY we can get that kind of pre-market rally up to maybe another 50 cents or so. So we'll take a look at that. All right. So guys, anybody who wants the master course, email us at contact@sanglucci.com. There's also a landing page though for this. Nico, why don't you send them the landing page if that's also easier for them?
Like, how come we don't have that like pinned or something for the entire
You know,
show.
ask Nico. You know, these are
I don't understand.
yeah, these are things that Nico, you know, just kind of you gotta crawl up this man's ass. All right, guys, you can see right now your link in front of you here. Everybody confirm that you can see this. You can go to Centerpoint Securities / Wall Street Jesus. That's for all the details. And then again, if you want to talk to us personally and ask all these questions that you guys want to, and I know you motherfuckers have a lot of questions, just go ahead and email contact@sanglucci.com.
Lucci, spit it out already. Yields for
Right off the VWAP. Right off the VWAP. Motherfuckers.
Yep. Fade it
God
back.
damn it.
Fade it back. Treasuries here just dumped out. Very interesting. They faded that back out, right, on SPY. So that was a bust.
Yeah, I mean, typical short covering. You got a lot of short exposure out there. They're short. They cover into weakness when shit's not rolling over. Yields testing highs of the morning here.
That was your spot. Dude, I'm such an idiot for not taking that.
Well, I'm an idiot for going long up there.
I mean,
yeah, this shit's way too quick for me. I need a little confirmation here, and then maybe. As far as flow is concerned, you got a little nibbling out there, but nothing really of note. Taiwan semi, a little bullish earnings positioning. Apollo earnings positioning.
All right, buried both my longs right there, NVIDIA and SPY. Those were busts. And that's it. Yeah, market's just waiting on info. Market's just waiting on info. Dan Emons is saying someone ping me when 15.5 trades. Thanks in advance on NQ.
Reportedly, the MBA is looking to package a local.
Great is asking, Ronch, do you do any one-on-one mentorship? At the moment, Ronch does not.
To add a streaming
However,
partner, according to sources.
Again, price got to be right for one-on-one. One-on-one is always a
TNT are set to explore buying smaller
much more
packages
expensive
of NBA
engagement.
games in the ongoing media rights negotiations.
And then, folks, for everybody who's frustrated here with this action, relax a little bit. Something's going to come. Something always fucking comes around and bend. All right, and it's only 10:30 here. 2 minutes to the to when we move over to the steam room here. Yes, there are numbers coming out in 2 minutes, and those are the oil numbers.
Israeli military putting out another alert. Sirens reportedly sounding across the north. Warning of possible incoming rockets.
Incoming rockets. They bomb Tel Aviv.
Let's take a walk around the club here before we pull off here. We got rid of the GLLD here. That's just kind of fading off. BAC holding eyes. If you take a look at Goldman Sachs, it's not doing anything here. I'm still short 1,500 shares. If you look at NVIDIA here, tried to pop, couldn't do much. SPY here, also the same fucking thing. Faded that whole program. Still short. You know, and then if you look at the Apple here, they faded that program up there as well. Amazon, same thing. Google, same shit. If you look at Treasuries, same shit.
so stupid.
Same shit. Yeah, Treasuries, same shit.
So stupid.
Yeah, great. You know, you got access to Ranchero. Again, a lot of his swing strategies here make a lot more sense for a lot of people. So check that out.
Well, you gotta have a sprinkle, right? You gotta have a sprinkle of there. You gotta have scalp, swing, midterm. You gotta know how to spread it around.
Weekly DOE data in just a few seconds.
SPY faded the whole program.
Bro, don't even tell me. I had the fucking thing queued up right at the VWAP. I fucking couldn't pull the trigger. That sucks. I had that whole fucking thing.
Crude at minus 4.5.
God damn it. We knew this move was coming.
4 million. Distillate minus 3.2 million. So drawing all three categories, similar to the API data yesterday.
XOM is kind of reaching up.
4/10 to 86.1%. Cushing crude inventory
All right, guys.
down 0.8 million barrels at 21 million total.
Peace out, guys. We'll see you in there.
Yeah,
Kramis.
glowing crude.
Nico, do me a
Latest.
favor, answer Kramis here before we bounce. But
Krampus.
we'll see you in the steam room, guys. Peace.
Total domestic production, hope we had at 13.2 million barrels.
Wow, that's an interesting number right there. What a fade.
Total exports rose to 10.7 million barrels from 10.1 million barrels in the latest week.